All right, good news. If you are a Lions fan, Lions are, first of all, they're really good. Second of all, just a great matchup for them going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before we get to that, I was asking what Detroit Lions great would you add to this team? And your options are Kelvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, or Robert Porcher. And everybody smartly said Robert Porcher. And let me know in the comments your thoughts are on that. I think it is Robert Porcher, which you hate to just. I mean, it's like Barry Sanders, no matter what. It's like, well, we got two great running backs. Crazy. That's how good they are that you would be like, nah, I think we're good, Barry. I think we're good. Second of all, Kelvin Johnson, he just doesn't fit in what we're doing. Crazy. That's how you know how good we are, because it's like, Kelvin, we kind of got it covered, man. The play action game, the roles that we have within the offense. So to have a defensive end in Robert Porcher is definitely the one. Okay, first part of good news is Sam Laporta injured shoulder. I know that's not good news, but this is a little, I mean, I know you can never say this in the NFL. I know it, but at the same time, I'm going to say it. This is a mini bye. So anybody like Sam Laporta that's kind of questionable, got something going on, the good news is this is a mini bye. So Sam Laporta is not going to play probably, and nothing hurt, and I love that. So give some extra rest, and I think that's really good. Second bit of good news is that Mac Jones is going to start. Trevor Lawrence is out, and Trevor Lawrence actually, for as much crap as he was getting early on, which he should have, he was actually starting to play much better. In fact, PFF had him rated, let me look at this here. PFF actually had him coming on and being the fourth highest passing grade in the NFL since week 5. So things were looking up for him. And then you bring in, not only do you get rid of Lawrence, but Mac Jones is actually terrible, which is just great. So he finished with a PFF 55 grade because he had just 111 passing yards against the Vikings last week. He's really just not good. He had turnover-worthy plays. So PFF really rates that. Let's say you have two turnovers, when really it's like you had 6 plays that were sketchy as ever. He was very high in the turnover-worthy plays as well. So that's the second bit of good news, is we're facing a bad quarterback. The third bit of good news that I just love is that we know it, or we think it. This is what I love about this is, like, all right, we can be pretty slappy as fans because we're like, yeah, man, we got the best safeties. Well, PFF kind of backs it up here, and let me get to it. Hold on one second. Here we go. PFF has Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph 1 and 2 on the safety list of overall safety grades. It's Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, Kyle Hamilton. The list goes down. We've got the top 2 safeties in the league. So the good news is, okay, that's what it looks like, right? It's what it looks like. So Kirby Joseph has the highest coverage grade at the safety position at a 91. And his 5 interceptions and a 31.6 passer rating allowed in his coverage. He's a really good player. Kirby Joseph is really good. I'm surprised how good he is. I thought he'd be like a good, I don't know. Like, I thought, he'd be all right. I didn't think he'd be the best safety in the league, along with Brian Branch being really good. Our defense is good. And look, we're just going to have to deal with this Aiden Hutchinson thing, because we all know that it's like we could have had, we would have been incredible. And it's just, we're always going to think about that, but we can't. So love what I'm seeing there and how good that those two are playing. Okay, something else to think about here is Zadarius Smith makes his debut. I think we're all just excited for the energy that he brings. Look, he is not Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, you still see these stats and stuff like sack leaders, pressure leaders through week 11, and Aiden Hutchinson is still on it. It's like, oh my gosh, but he's going to provide something. Now, the other good news is that James Houston provided some things. During that play where the Texans tackle tried to strip the ball from C.J. Stroud, that was caused by our guy James Houston. So James Houston, man, if he could pick it up a little bit, you add Zadarius Smith, Josh Pascal staying healthy, we've got enough to do that. And then we got one, then we've got just a cluster of like undrafted free agent type dudes that, again, without trying to be a slappy, they've been playing well as well. So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but it's like, it's not bad. Okay, Pride of Detroit put together a list that I thought was really good. 10 keys to winning this game, and I'm going to hit on a couple that I agree with. You let me know your thoughts in the comments. Key number 1 is let Jared Goff respond. So what they're saying is let's let him throw it around a little bit. Let's do this thing, and I agree with that. He will respond. I think he's going to be just fine. So we can't wait to see that. It's an ideal opportunity for Goff to get back on track as the Jags are struggling in pass defense. They are ranked in all the major categories: passing yards per game, passing yards per attempt, passing touchdowns allowed, yards allowed after catch, everything. They rank either worst or second to worst in all those that I just brought up. Perfect. Next one is find JMO. 100%. Sam Laporta's out. Don't have to worry about him. St. Brown, you're good, man. You've been catching touchdown passes all year. JMO, we're going to do end arounds to you. We're going to do reverses. We're going to do screens. We're going to do wide receivers. Anything we can. Let's feed him. We need him the back half of the year, and we need his confidence sky high. And I think this is a perfect time to do it. Okay. Next key is to throw Zadarius Smith right into the mix. I agree with this one as well, because Zadarius Smith, what are we doing? He's been playing. He has just had his bye week. Let's go. Get him right in there. Next one that I love is use the safeties to take away Brian Thomas and Evan Ingram. So they have talent offensively, but they don't have a quarterback. Excuse me. But they don't have a quarterback. So let's just take those guys away. They're not going to run the ball on us. No team can. We did a video about that, how the Lions have not allowed a 100-yard rusher in now 2 years, which is crazy, because if you rip off a long 40-yard run, boy, you're halfway there, right? But it's just like, you'd think one person would have done that. But no, 2 years now, Lions have not given up a 100-yard rusher. Love that. Last thing I would say is, and let me know your thoughts in the comments on this score, but I mean, it just feels like the Lions are gonna win. Like the line's up at 14. It's like they're gonna win by 14, right? Easily. So I know the betting lines are something to think about, but I mean, we care about that, but we don't at all, right? We just care about wins and losses. Lions win this, no problem. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And again, Robert Porcher, Barry Sanders, or Kelvin Johnson. Again, in answering that question, you really see how good our team is. It's really fun. I'd take any of the three, honestly, right? But I would add Robert Porcher right now. It's crazy to think that. Like a defensive end. Oh, man. He was a beast. He was fun to watch. And he had he has a sweet number. I think if you're a DN, you got to have the right number. 91 is really good. 91, 99. Those are really the only two numbers you can have as a defensive end. 97 is not bad, though. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.